9 out of 10 killings of journalists go unpunished. Impunity is fed by a cycle of violence against journalists, which is often due to weak law enforcement systems, lack of awareness about human rights standards, and mechanisms to protect journalists. But when there's political will, civil society is mobilized, and justice systems are aware of human rights standards, there can be progress towards ending impunity. Such is the case of Burkinabe investigative journalist Norbert Zongo.
Il est connu pour ce qu'il représente. Il représente vraiment la fermeté dans la lutte pour la justice, pour les libertés.
On the 13th of December 1998, Norbert Zongo and 3 companions were found shot dead in a burnt-out car by the side of a road.
Il était le responsable d'un journal d'investigation qui s'appelait L'Indépendant. Et ce journal faisait des révélations sur les crimes crapuleux du régime.
Aussitôt après sa mort, il y a un collectif qui s'est formé pour défendre sa cause, pour que vérité et justice se fassent.
The scale of the protest could no longer be ignored by the government. The president, Blaise Compaoré, was forced to set up an independent commission of inquiry looking into the death of Norbert Zongo. Despite the immense struggle of the family, activists, and journalists, and the people in the streets, impunity persevered. In 2006, the investigation into the death of Norbert Zongo was closed, without anyone being found guilty.
In 2015, in a landmark decision, the African Court on Human and People's Rights ordered the reopening of the investigation of investigative journalist Norbert Zongo on the basis that the delay in prosecuting the assassination of Zongo and his companions constituted a violation of their rights to a fair trial. The investigation still continues to find the perpetrators of the crime. Despite the challenges, countries have taken steps to curb this trend by establishing policy and following up its implementation. This is the case of Somalia. Since 2021, the country has been implementing a national action plan for the protection of media workers.
It is addressing all safety crises that face Somali journalists across the country today, such as physical safety, legal safety, gender-based violence against women journalists, digital security, and psychological distress. It was a joint initiative that brought together the African Union, UNESCO, ILO, NUSOC, and the working journalists to translate the UN Plan of Action, and the African Union is silencing the Ghana's initiative into concrete, journalist-centered, Somali-led, and Somali-owned national plan for safe journalism.
This national plan is a great initiative in the country, but also a huge challenge since Somalia has a legal framework in which freedom of expression and the safety of journalists are not included.
Somalia still has old and outdated laws in the statute books that curtail media freedom. One of these laws is the 1964 Penal Code, which is used frequently to legally endanger the safety of journalists and curtails media freedom. It's a law that is used in almost every region of Somalia. Similarly, the amended media law of 2020 has provisions that curtail journalists' rights and freedoms. These laws need to be urgently reformed to bring them in line with the provisional constitution of Somalia and the international standards of freedom of expression.
The Somalian National Action Plan was inspired by the United Nations Plan of Action on the Safety of Journalists. But to accomplish what the plan promises, there might be a need for more engagement among all involved actors.